Hello VC. Thought I'd do a quick update of what I've picked up or found over the January-February time frame. It wasn't very much. I did get a couple of new albums, a few out of the bins and a few from the thrift shops, and a few new pieces of equipment. So let's get going and I'll show you what I got. Well, I showed this one in a previous video, but not in a recent finds video. It was the Les Claypool and John Lennon Delirium album. Oops, it's way too close. Now this one is uncolored vinyl, which isn't my favorite, but they're really nice. Let me get it out. They're really nice purple discs. Absolutely no writing on the labels. It just tells you which side it is. It's a double album, and that kind of strange music that you used to listen to many years ago. Oops. Get that back in without bending it. Well, after that one, I picked up another new album, A Saucer Full of Secrets. Now this one, when I opened it up and entered it into Disogs, I got a bit of a surprise, because opening it up, the album is purple. And this triggered Disogs to say it's an unofficial release. So I paid full price for a bootleg or unofficial release somewhere. Doesn't sound too bad. Seems a little bit more compressed than I would have expected it to be, so I'm guessing maybe it came off a digital source or something. Who knows? But it's another album I'm going to have to look for and pick up again. And then out of the bins, I picked up the Dire Straits album. I mean, everyone's familiar with this one. The Brothers in Arms. Let's get that reflection out of here. The Brothers in Arms album. And a Byrds album, the Byrds Greatest Hits. And these are all pretty familiar albums. And now we go into the what I picked up binning and thrifting. Oh, let me see, I can just pick up the whole pile at once. There's not that many of them. First up is Mozart's the Jupiter and Hafner Symphonies, K551 and K385. These are done by the Rias Symphony Orchestra in Berlin. Oops. And they were conducted by Frenek, Fricasse. Terrible with pronouncing names. After that, it's a original soundtrack album by Dina Durbin. It's a voice track album from her many stage and screen shows. Mo Kaufman, who plays Bach. It is a jazz album. I get locked into a couple of Johnny Cash albums. Johnny Cash's Rock Island Line. And his self-titled album, just Johnny R. Cash. Oh, where were we? Then we got a Dick Hyman plays a Satchmo Remembered, music of Louis Armstrong at Carnegie Hall. And Jeff Wine's version of The War of the Worlds. This is a musical version of The War of the Worlds. It is a double album, and it comes with a... Oops. I don't know if I can get that all under the camera. I got the camera in a really strange place today. It came with a really nice many-page booklet from the, I guess, the screenplay. Lots of nice illustrations in it. Anyway, it goes on. It's quite a nice booklet. Okay, we got something called something by Ray Griff. You Can Count on Me. It's classed as folk country. I haven't heard it, so I got no idea exactly what kind of music it is. I just found it in my bin. It's another story, my own bins. A couple of classical albums, Rachmaninoff, Mussorgsky and Dvorak, Concerto for Piano and Orchestra No. 2, also Night on Bald Mountain, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce the last one, by the London Philharmonic Orchestra, and Tchaikovsky's Symphony No. 5, also by the London Philharmonic Orchestra. Now I'm going to have to stand up because I did get a couple of new pieces of equipment. Well, one's not a new piece of equipment. It's a LED lighting kit. I'm going to try to put a little bit of lighting into my turntable and behind the rack. And I guess I'll mention why I set my own bins. I've got, let me stand up here and take the camera off the stand. So a lot of the ones in the bins, when I tried to enter them in the Disogs knew nothing about them, so they all have to be entered manually. I replaced a little subwoofer I was using, the PSB Sub 100, which is a 5-inch sub, maybe 50 watts, with this fellow down here, which is a D-Box 12-inch subwoofer. It's got a 300-watt Class AB amplifier inside. And it really hits you in the chest when that one goes full tilt. I'm still trying to get it set up so it works with my little speakers. Let's see if we can finish up before it quits. Okay, I'm going to have to quit in a hurry because I am about to lose power on the camera. So long, bye-bye, and see you around on the tube thing.